Hi, I am filming in a different room today. Natural lighting coming from the right hand side, so hopefully it's not too dark in here. Two mice on my bookshelf asked if I could share how I am using my A6 natural leather cover meant for the 5-year Hobonichi. This is my 5-year Hobonichi A6 size. I bought what I am currently calling it the first generation. This is him. And as you can see, he is very, very full. This is almost 2 years worth of photos. But I'll put him aside for now so you don't have to stare at him and still be shocked. In my A6 cover, I am currently housing my Hobonichi A6 blank notebook. There is the A6 weekly supplement. I have the monthly booklet that I bought from Etsy as a printable. And then I have the Hobonichi address book. So this is the front cover. You can see the spots and the patina. And this side's just a little bit lighter. Now I'm going to pull everything out so you can see exactly how much I'm holding. So here's the blank notebook. Here's my A6 weekly supplement. This is my homemade monthly calendar booklet. And then the Hobonichi address book. So let me show you the front and back. And again, I've owned this since 2017. And this is the inside. So I'm going to tilt it a little bit so you can see the original color of the leather right here. It's pretty light. And then it patinaed right there. So the books act like that. This is my first and only leather cover that I own. So it's, for me, still feels very soft to the touch. And that little pen loop is actually pretty small. I know it's not meant to hold a full pin inside the loop, but I think you're supposed to be able to hook a pin on the outside of this loop, but I don't use it like that. So this is what this looks like 2 years later. So you can see it does, I guess, darken with age. The Hobonichi address book, I haven't seen too many videos about it. I also purchased this in 2017. It's the same size as the weekly supplement, but it's smaller than an A6 book. I don't think the paper inside is Tomoe River, though it is pretty thin. So let me show you a page. I wrote in it, I can't remember what I used, but whatever writing instrument I used, it bled through the paper. So what I ended up doing was I photocopied the inside, and as you can see, it's all in Japanese. And then I cut it up, and then I taped it down back into the book to make it thicker so that when I wrote in it, it didn't bleed through. But this is what their address book looks like. And again, this is an Etsy printable monthly calendar. I just wanted to have this in my book in case I needed to look at a glance for the month what I needed to do. So this is for October. And I just mainly have down right now Bruce's medicine when he needs to take his flea meds. And I think, like I said, I've said before, in the A6 blank notebook, I am using it sort of like a bullet point of my medical history. This one I don't think I'm ever going to fill up in my lifetime, I guess. So I don't have to worry about it because I think I've only used like 1 or 2 pages in here. So let's put everything back so you can see what it looks like and how it fits, I think, pretty nicely. Let's see who went in next. I think he went in next. And I've read that the dye can rub off on the covers, onto the covers. So I try to put this up against the backing of the Techo, so that if it decides to rub off, it will just rub off on the cover of the book and not my good cover of either of my Techos. And in my address book, I put the very front, again, also against some paper. And just like that, he's back inside. So that is my A6 natural leather cover meant for the Hobonichi. So now let's go back to him. So here he is. This is, once again, 2 years worth of photos. It did start busting out of the binding. So you can see the binding there. And I've said it before on the 5-year Facebook group. This is obviously not Hobonichi's fault. This was something that I wanted to do when I first bought the book. It was my idea to put a photo on the right hand side every single day, though I've missed a couple of days, but that was my plan. Photos on the right hand side. I was going to keep track of the weather, and then like a highlight of the day on the left hand side. And I don't know why it didn't occur to me that it would look like a normal book. I don't know why it never occurred to me that it would blow up like this, but it did, and it's okay. I'm going to figure out what to do in 3 more years when it's finally thick. So this is the top. Here's the side, and there's the bottom. The bottom has not filled up like the top yet, only because there's no photos down there. So let me show you, since I do have personal photos in here. I do use, to print my photos, it's the Canon Selfie. So the photos come out like that. I print out little squares, so that's something that I need to put into my book. And so this is 9/9, so this is what you can see what it looks like. So I've got the weather. I don't have it here. And so what I do is, as I've mentioned before, my A6 Hobonichi I'm using as a diary. And so like on a weekend when I've got nothing to do, I will flip through my diary and then go back in and just put one highlight from my entries, as well as the temperature, because I do like keeping track of that, because I think it's interesting to see what the weather was like. And then on the right hand side are my photos. So that's 2018, 2019, 2020. I think if I were to do this all over again, I would line up my photos over here so that the binding would increase at the same rate. So the way I'm doing it now is 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, and then 22 will probably be there. But I haven't decided. I'm going to make up my mind next year if I'm going to put 2021 here and then 22 here, and then write something down to end the book. But this is what my insides look like of the Techo. Not me, but the Techo. And yeah, don't be afraid to put photos if you want. Maybe just not put them in the same place, and maybe not do it every day like I decided to do. But I like it. And I mainly bought the 2018 version, the first year, during 2017 when they first offered it, because I wanted to keep track of my English bulldog, because she was a senior and I just wanted just memories of her. And I'm glad that I did, because she passed away in 2018. So up until 9 months of the first year that I started using it, I have photos of her throughout the book. So this is how I'm using my A6 5-year Hobonichi and my A6 leather cover. Yeah, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down, so I know that not everybody agreed with what I did here. And I hope this video helped you out if you decided to get a 5-year Techo. I think it's great for record keeping. So you can look back in one book what happened in previous years. And in my case, I will have photos to look back on, and I have no regrets. I probably won't be showing this guy until probably the end of the year in a few months or sometime next year. I don't like sharing him too much just because people are shocked when they see how big he is. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.